pretty good solid run. That gonna help? Probs not. All right, it's recording. It's weird to be behind a camera again. It's been a long time. I think the last time y'all saw me, I was pregnant with my second kid. I had Mia, then I just disappeared. Hey, I had a pretty good solid run. I had like a solid 5-6 videos with
all 300 plus views. Go me.
And then I disappeared. I had another kid, so I have 3, and it's been a wild run. Now I am a stay-at-home mom and wife, and I take care of my babies, and I cook and clean and cook. This is pretty much where I live. I don't leave my kitchen, like ever. When I'm not cooking, I'm feeding or I'm cleaning up from the cooking that I had done earlier. And I love it, I do. I'm not a cook, I'm not. Never cooked a meal in my life before I got married. Then I got married and I started cooking. I've gone better over time. I don't claim to be the best cook, but this is what I do. And it seems like people want to see what I do. I get a lot of comments from people in real life because I don't have a lot of people following me on social media. My sisters and my husband and my mom and everyone around me has been pushing me to do this, especially my mom. I think this week she was
like, you gotta do it, you gotta start recording yourself, you gotta start recording yourself.
So here I am. It is a normal Saturday. Cesar works this weekend. I'm home with the kids pretty much all weekend. We kind of have a little routine on his long weekends and we just kind of stay home. I clean, do laundry. Didn't do laundry before, but I've started. The kids are currently upstairs on their iPads having screen time so that I can get dinner started. So here you go. This is the biggest insight into
Amanda 101, Kitchen 101, budgeting slash
whatever you want to call it. I grocery shop once a week. Sometimes when I'm not being really strict on my budget, that might change. For the most part, I do one shopping trip a week. It keeps you from spending money that you don't need to spend. I make my meal plan. I go to my fridge, I see what I have, what veggies are left over from the week before, or what I have to use up right away, and I try to formulate my meal plan around that. I'm gonna probably have to do a separate video on like my pantry, and I could probably do one on my fridge and my deep freezer, like separate ones. So anyways, when I go to do my meal plan, I go to my fridge, see what I have to use up. I go to my staples in my pantry to see what I can use with what I have in the refrigerator. And then I look at my freezer to see the meats or the proteins that I'm gonna use for that week. I make my meal plan, pretty simple, basic. If I'm gonna do like chicken and rice one day, I'll just put chicken and rice. I wrote down what I wanted to make this week. And today I had chili, I think. I had chili on the menu. It is 3 o'clock. I aim to have dinner ready around 5. So that gives me about 2 hours. I was gonna make chili, but I'm not really craving chili. So how does my meal plan that I worked so hard to formulate, that I went grocery shopping for, work when I don't wanna make what's on the meal plan? I improvise. I use what I have. If I am craving, I don't know, Indian food or Thai food and I'm missing a few ingredients, I take the main thing that I was gonna use, or one of the main things that I was gonna use that day, and I give it a twist and I make it into whatever it is that I'm craving. So I'm craving Indian food. I'm craving naan, rice, and dal soup. Whatever it is, I'm craving this. Again, I'm not moving too far away from my meal plan. I'm gonna use the heart of what I was gonna make, which is a soup, and I'm just gonna put some twist to it. I want naan. I don't have naan. My favorite store-bought naan is from Trader Joe's in the frozen section.
Their garlic naan is probably one of my favorite store-bought naans.
But I don't have it. So I looked up on Pinterest and I'm gonna make some. I have flour, I have yeast, I've got yogurt, and I've got all the ingredients. I have them on hand. Again, as a part of my working pantry. So I'm gonna make some naan, soup, and rice to go with it. I decided to pull out the camera because why not? There might be someone that might find me a little bit interesting. I guess let's get to it. I love cooking, I really do. Let's get started before my kids start screaming. Dal or dal, how do you pronounce that? I tend to make a lot of curries. We love any kind of Asian fusion food. I guess I was pronouncing it right. I'm gonna start off making homemade naan bread. I've never made it before. I have got 2 hours, so why not? I said I have a working pantry. I don't know if I said it already, but I'm saying it now. I have a working pantry, so I've got enough food for a solid 3 months. I use up for the week on my meal plan. I use up what I'm gonna use up that week, and the next week I replace it, if that makes sense. So my staples, I'm not constantly going out to buy rice. I'm not constantly going out to buy flour, beans. Like I said, I'll do an extensive video on like, I have to organize my pantry again and
do a little bit of like reorganizing of my inventory.
Which will probably be the video after this. All the staples in there. I don't run out and get them when I need them. I have them on hand because it's what I use. I like to use dry beans instead of canned beans. I have some canned beans on hand in case of another snow. Side note, my favorite kitchen appliance, hands down, is the Instant Pot. I love my Instant Pot. Jeez, I'm all over the place. Gotta make this naan. I have all this stuff to make it. If I ran out to Target to buy naan, let's be real, I'd probably have it delivered. You have to hit the $35 limit, $40 just to have naan. So I'm gonna make it because I've got the stuff on hand, which is the whole purpose of a working pantry, is that you've always got stuff on hand. It's cheaper because you buy in bulk, you always have it, and you can make homemade stuff rather than store-bought stuff, which is, depending on how good of a cook you are, better than, I mean, health-wise, I don't know. I have it, it fits into my budget. You gotta do what you gotta do. All right, so I found this recipe. It looks pretty easy. It says it takes about an hour to make. Got 2 hours. The soup is gonna take 15 minutes and the rice takes like 15 minutes in the Instant Pot, which I can do at the same time as a soup. So really, I'm starting a little bit early on this naan because I think you have to let it rise. Okay, so I'm looking at the ingredients and it looks like I need, guys, man, I'm letting y'all into, dang, this is a long recipe. Very pretty, great blog. This is what I normally do. I go through the recipe, I see, do I have this, do I have that? Yes, yes. If there's something that I don't have, again, I improvise. I use what I have in my kitchen. Jordan Page, coming in clutch. I love her. Everyone in my family knows that I love her. I hope to one day meet because I'd so fangirl. I have everything to make it. So I need warm water, dry yeast, sugar, olive oil, non-dairy yogurt. I have Greek yogurt, which should be fine. Salt and flour. We do non-dairy milk. I never buy like regular milk, but we do yogurt and cheese just because my kids tolerate that well. And I need calcium. I gotta pump that calcium in somehow. We've got a stand mixer. It makes things more edible because God knows that I don't know how to knead bread. All right, so let's get started because I've already been recording for 20 minutes and it's 3 o'clock. I've gotta make food and y'all guys don't wanna keep listening to me talk. So, all right, let me go get the stuff. I am probably gonna have to, I guess, cook. I'll just do everything here. These white quartz, man, they drive me nuts. And in this video, I don't know if I'm gonna be cutting myself off. I'm gonna be catching my double chin. Yeast. It says dry yeast. I think this instant yeast. I keep it in the freezer. Should still be okay. I haven't baked as much as I've wanted to this year. I used to make like homemade loaves. All right, I got some hot water. Good thing sometimes being short comes out handy. All right, let's do this thing. Oil. You guys are getting a glimpse into my life every day. Salt. Hope this isn't too dark. Let's do the warm water, sugar, yeast and sugar in a large bowl. Set aside. I don't think I need to do this because I have instant yeast. And I think you use 25% more active yeast. So if it says 1.5, I'm just gonna do 1. We're gonna be wild and adventurous today. So we've got yeast. Am I recording? Yes, again, for the 30th minute time, you're recording. This is like really hot water and I think that kills yeast. I'm gonna get some cold water. I did like a 1/4 cup of cold water, and I'm gonna mix the hot water and hope that doesn't kill my yeast. Dry yeast, warm water, a teaspoon of sugar. I don't like using the same mixing spoons for everything. I feel then like, what if I get yeast in my sugar? Mix it. Again, I've never made this before, but I really want naan. And if it's a good recipe and it's easy, then I can use it for like pizza. Because I hate doing pizza dough. Not that it's any different than this. I don't know if I was supposed to mix it like that. I guess we'll find out. All right, warm water, yeast, sugar in a large bowl. My quartz is finicky and I feel like it edges. Is that what it's called? Edging all the time. So I always put stuff underneath while I'm cooking. All right, it says to set aside, but it's fine. It is what it is. If it doesn't work, then I don't even think my family will care. I'll be the only one that doesn't get to eat naan today. This is therapeutic. I feel like I have a friend in the kitchen while I'm cooking. So cool. All right, it says to add olive oil, yogurt, salt, and flour, and then you mix it to combine with the wooden spoon or fork. 1 tablespoon. I think it's 3 teaspoons is 1 tablespoon. If it doesn't come out, it's not because this wasn't a good recipe. It's probably because I didn't follow it the way that I should. Naan, 1/4 of a cup. We're just gonna wing it because ain't nobody got time to bring out all the measuring. If you come over and eat something, you best bet I will make the exact recipe down to the T. Cesar can deal. All right, that was plain Greek yogurt, non-fat yogurt. Good and Gather brand. I should get sponsored. That's all I use. 1/2 teaspoon. This is probably more than 1/2 teaspoon. We like salty stuff. And flour, 2.5 cups of flour. Scoop your flour in, y'all. Mix to combine with the fork. I think it's time to add this to it too. Honestly, I don't know if that yeast is gonna work. Hopefully we're not doing this for nothing, because then I guess this video won't be pointless because it'll show the reality of how I cook. Sometimes things don't come out and then I just improvise, y'all, improvise. Okay, it looks like it's at least gonna form into a ball. It says to go on a floured surface and knead this puppy, but all right, we ain't kneading, y'all. I think this is the right paddle. No, there it is. I'm pretty sure this is the mixing paddle. This shows you how little I know about cooking. My sister always laughs at me because she's a great cook. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, let me see if I'll bring y'all along. Looks like it's working. I might need more water. Looks a little dry. I'll give it like a minute. Come on, dough. All right, guys, hold on. Guys, there's probably no one watching this. All right, let's see if this worked. All right, I think it's working. I had to add a little bit more water and a little bit more flour. It looks about right. I have about another minute or 2 before that's done. And I think I have to let it run for another 2 minutes. Then I will let it sit and rise. I don't know if it's gonna rise because I don't know if the yeast is gonna work. All right, I think that might be ready. It's a little sticky, but I think it's good. All right, so I'm going to get that out, cover it, and let it rise until it's 3:30. I said to let it rise for an hour, but I might put it in the oven. I burnt something in the oven, so when I made cookies this morning, oatmeal breakfast cookies, I guess they're not really cookies. It was oatmeal and banana, but my kids think they're cookies. It smelled like something was burning. Israel was like, something's burning. So I have baking soda in there right now, so I can't use the oven. So we will improvise. Hi, back sooner than I thought. It is Saturday, and Cesar has to, wow, this lighting. Is that gonna help? Probably not. It's Saturday, it's 3:40. I gotta have dinner ready, not at 5, but at 4. So yeah, probably picked the wrong day to make an elaborate dinner. Probs should have been a quesadilla kind of night. I have the flour. I ended up adding a little bit of oil to the bowl, covering it, and put it in the microwave, not like on, but I feel like that's the warmest place aside from turning on the oven a little bit and keeping that warm. But again, there's baking soda, cleaning it, not gonna work. So I am going to just pray and hope that it rises at least a little bit. It only takes, I think, like 6 minutes to actually cook the naan on the skillet. So I'm hoping that buys me some time. So I'm looking, that's why y'all guys see me. You guys are all up in my business. I'm looking at the recipe by the same girl. Okay, so, I got this flour. So dal is normally made with red lentils. I don't have red lentils. I'm not gonna go buy red lentils just to make it. So I'm gonna improvise. It might not taste the same. Put them in the dishwasher. Shouldn't have been there, and now they look like this. Do you have any dishwasher safe pans that are good, that you like? I am all over the place, and I probably should clip my hair back. I need oil, onions, garlic, ginger, turmeric. Let's get my little trusty mat. I like to get everything out that I need, and then I put it away as I go, or else my life will be more chaotic than it already is. Garlic, ginger, turmeric, all the seasonings I have here, curry powder. I don't have garam masala. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I need vegetable broth. I have chicken, we'll use that. Coconut milk, strained tomatoes or chopped tomatoes. I'm gonna just do diced tomatoes. Salt, pepper, coconut sugar. I'm gonna just do sugar and lime or lemon to taste. You want some cereal? Wow, shyness. Let me go ahead and get everything out. Goodness, you'll probably, oh, this light is. All right, y'all know the drill. I bring everything out. All right, we'll go with that. Fun fact, hate these. I think these are gross, but I kind of low-key want to be that cool person that cooks with wooden spoons and not silicone ones. So here we are. I'm gonna heat this up to medium. I'm gonna just, who needs a spice drawer when you can just bring out the spices from the pantry? Just kidding, I do use it, but I'm running low. Ellie, please don't throw the cereal on the floor. That'd be great. I'm not used to recording myself while I do this, and so if I stay quiet for a little bit, then I'll just put some music, and you guys are gonna like it. All right, so I'm adding, again, rough estimates. Huh? Jeez, it's popping up everywhere, and I don't like that. All right, let's do this quick. I will turn it on for you in just a second, girl. Just a second. Again, probably way too much. But again, Cesar's the only one that's gonna, and the kids are gonna eat it. So, you know, a little bit more garlic powder, because you know, why not? How embarrassing if it doesn't come out the one day that I'm actually cooking. All right, cumin, salt. Again, just, you know, sprinkle rando amounts. My kids are watching me. All right. That's that. I cooked it way too much because it's all chunky. Don't follow what I do. Don't do what I say. Place the lentils, cold water. How much lentils is this? I'm gonna take this off. Pretty sure I just burnt all of that. I'm just using all sorts of everything in here. Let's rinse. All right, grabbing our lentils. Rinse it. Cold water. Guys, this is real life. Lie and say I don't cook like this, because I do. 3 1/4 cups of vegetable broth. Chicken bone broth. So what I like to substitute whenever I need to use, and it's about 4 cups. I like it kind of soupy, so I'm gonna just do the whole thing. It's a little bit more than what the recipe calls for. I'll link the recipe down below if y'all guys actually want it to taste good, and you know. Bring to a simmer. So I'm gonna mix this very well, and then I'm gonna bring it to a simmer. Are y'all excited for dinner? Yeah. Eating Cheerios with no honey, cause #health. My kids are staring at me like I'm a weirdo. I'm like, who's my mom talking to? No one. I'm talking to no one. To myself. Leave a comment down below if you're watching me. Stir my lentil. All right, I'm gonna get the rice cooking. Greatest thing that ever happened to me. I'm gonna go grab some rice and I will be right back. Okay, I got 4 cups of, all right, it looks like it's simmering, so I'm gonna leave that puppy there. I've got 4 cups of rice from my working pantry. I'm gonna rinse this, put it in the Instant Pot, put it for 3 minutes, and then self-release or whatever it is, just not, like, don't turn the little dial for 10 minutes and the rice will be ready. All right, hold girl, hold on. Give me a little break. I'm trying to make dinner and record myself. Oh no, my battery's dying. What am I gonna do? I don't know, what am I gonna do? It's gonna die, it's gonna die. All right, if it dies, I'm not doing anything interesting. I'm just kind of waiting right now. I will grab my phone and I'm gonna just let this simmer, and then I'm gonna add the coconut milk, the sugar, the lime, and a little bit more seasonings. Oh, and the diced tomatoes, and see how this works. So I'm gonna pause this. The rice is cooking, the naan bread is rising, hopefully, and I'm gonna simmer this for, I set an 8-minute timer from now because I feel like it just started boiling. It's boiling. I don't think that's simmering. What is simmering? Someone comment down below. I think I know, and I don't think I've ever actually properly simmered. Hey Google, can you set an 8-minute timer? Okay, found another battery. You missed nothing. Hoping I can pull this off. What time is it? Because y'all guys can't see me. I have to like duck down. All right, I'm gonna open the diced tomato. I don't know. Do I drain? Do I not drain? Let's drain a little. I've got like 25 minutes. This looks like it's cooking. The rice is still coming to pressure. The rice is probably gonna be the wild card, and the naan. So if anything, we'll have the soup, maybe. We'll see. Let me see what else I'm missing on this recipe. Okay, until it's absorbed most of the liquid, I'll just do 1 more minute, add the coconut milk, add the tomatoes, and simmer for 5 or 10 minutes. Easy enough. All right, I think we're good. Hey Google, thank you. Looks about right. I just cleaned my stove and now it's, hey. It is fine. Everything is fine. Guys, I'm like, this is probably terrible. I'm having to duck down so you guys can see me. It looks promising, very promising. It's not very thick. I might have to use the immersion blender and kind of thicken it up that way. I've used way more utensils than I would normally do if I wasn't recording myself, because watch this be completely out of focus the entire time. That'd be great. All right, that's cooking. Rice is cooking. The naan's been in there for like 30 to 40 minutes. Let me check it. Okay, she's rising, but not fast enough. I'm gonna just let it go till, okay, rice is finally cooking. So we've got 13 minutes till the rice is done. And I've got 15 minutes. All right, YOLO, we're just gonna go for it. I have y'all on a makeshift. All right, the best part about having a working pantry is that it's always a working pantry. Work in progress, that's probably way too much flour. Definitely did not rise to double, but it's definitely fluffier. This might work out. This might work out. Awesome. Now I have to clean every single handle. All right, this might work out. So it says to kind of flatten it out. Pretty thin because I'm assuming it's gonna get kind of like fluffy. Hey guys, it might work out. I'll just roll each one out right before I cook it. All right, so I rolled it out kind of like a naan shape. Naan's never like the perfect shape. So I wanted garlic naan. I wonder if I sprinkle some garlic powder, if I bake it, or if I just make regular naan. I'm gonna put this down and I'm gonna let it simmer. I'm gonna get a pot out. Now I'm gonna move y'all back. This is my one-man show over here. I guess you guys can see what I'm making, kind of. All right, we have some olive oil. I am gonna put some olive oil in the pan, and then I'm gonna get a napkin and I'm gonna move it around. 4 more minutes on the rice. I have this on really, really low, and I'm gonna simmer it for a little bit longer. Just to heat it up and fry it. And this is what Daddy's gonna take. I'm gonna make Daddy's first because he has to take it to go. And then I'll make yours, okay? It's probably getting a lot thinner than it should be. If anyone knows how to cook this kind of food, don't judge me, please, because... Alright. I'm gonna fry this for 2 to 3 minutes, it says. So, we'll see how this comes out. I'm gonna do last minute touches. It's definitely not thick. Definitely not thick. She ain't thick, y'all. She ain't thick. So, I'm gonna season. And then try it. Cereal, I'm coming, baby. Guys, it's bubbling up. I don't know if you can see it. All right, let's try her. It's probably way too soupy for your liking, babe. Soupy? Definitely gonna probably have to do the immersion blender. All right, I'm gonna just use the same thing and turn it around. Add a little bit more oil because I think, I don't know if I washed off the coating on it, but I feel like it burns a lot easier. All right, when your soup is not thick enough, you can add stuff to make it thicker, or you can just blend some of it up and it makes it go thicker. I don't think that worked, but we'll see. All right, the worst part of, I don't know if you're supposed to do that, but I always do that. Or else the water goes everywhere. Probably could have done without the full Cesar won't eat it right away, so it'll kind of give it a little bit of time to like soak up and thicken up, so. Guys, it's pretty good. Looks like I'm done. Cesar's lunch is packed. Got the dal, the rice, homemade naan. Came out pretty good. Only 3 minutes past when it's supposed to be ready. The naan is actually surprisingly good. I normally, for like my pizza crust, I'll put salt, pepper, garlic, and it makes the crust really, really good. I think using the Greek yogurt recipe will work. I just think it definitely needs more salt and garlic inside of the dough. But it worked. It was good. It was really quick. I need new pans, pots and pans, so that's on my list of things that I have to do and buy, because these aren't it. But thanks for tagging along. I might make this a usual thing. I'll turn on the camera and cook with you guys. Until next time, like and subscribe, and we'll see you later. All right.
All we do is turn up.